I just realized that I've been wearing this exact same hoodie for a lot of my videos, and it must feel like I have filmed all these videos on the same day, but I have not. I just happen to love this hoodie. It's not like I don't have others, okay? There are like 4 or 5 sitting there waiting for my attention, but then I keep going back to this because it's nice. Hello people, this is Sonali, the Melodramatic Bookworm. If you've been here before, welcome back, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to the Melodramatic Bookworm family. Also welcome to episode 5 of Coffee Talk. See, I do this series on my channel where I sit down with a hot cup of coffee, or cold sometimes, and I just chat. I talk about what I'm currently reading, about the topics that are currently on my mind, and what I am planning to do and stuff like that. In the last one, I spoke about social media breaks and social media detoxes. If you'd like to go check that out, I leave the link here as well as in the description box below. Since we crossed 2000 subscribers pretty recently, I did a video about it and I announced a giveaway in that. It went up last Saturday, and if you'd like to go check that out, and if you'd like to participate in the giveaway, in which I'm giving away 2 copies of one of my favorite books of all time, which I discovered this year, The Midnight Library by Matt Haig, obviously. If you'd like to go check that out, then I'll leave the link here as well as in the description box below. Be sure to go participate because I am giving away 2 copies. There will be 2 winners, and I think I've gone on for long enough without talking about the things that I actually wanted to talk about in this video, which are the books that I just finished reading, the books I'm currently reading, and what I plan to pick up next. Plus, the most important thing that I want to talk about in today's chatty, relaxed, coffee talk kind of video is 2020. Like, it's not like we have talked about 2020 enough, right? We have to talk more about it so that its head gets bigger, its ego gets bigger, and it does all stupid shit. As if it hasn't done enough. Anyway, I just want to talk about how this year has been and the like. So, first up, what I am going to do is tell you about the book that I finished reading last night. The book is Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery, and how do I put it? Anne is one of the most adorable, the sweetest child there ever was to exist, apart from Heidi, obviously. And as I read the book, I was like, why is she so upbeat? I mean, the world isn't that beautiful also. And I just felt like, what? See, I'm a very, I can't bring that kind of energy. I cannot. And to see that in every page, Anne is like, oh, it's such a delight to be alive, isn't it? The trees, the ponds, the brooks, the paths, my best friend, my best friend's mom, my best friend's mom's aunt. Oh my god, how do you bring that kind of energy? I know like people like Anne exist. I do know. I know such people also. But how? Like, it gave me an anxiety and restlessness reading this book, because every time Anne went jumping out somewhere or she made these exclamations, I went, okay, I see why that would hold an attraction for you, but babe, it's not for me. But that's not to say that I did not enjoy this book. I did love it because Anne is so much different from me. Like, she's the complete opposite. She's absolutely the complete opposite. I could not see myself anywhere in that book. And to see her perspective and to see how she treated the people around her, how she treated nature, and how much she meant to everyone around her, it was a lot. Like, I sat up and I finished the book and then went to sleep, and even then I could not fall asleep that easily because I was in Avonlea. Is that how it's pronounced? I'm really sorry, but I need to look it up. I will. Prince Edward Island in Canada is now on my bucket list. I want to go there. because I also read that the author L.M. Montgomery used to live in Prince Edward Island, and a lot of what she has written in her books and in this book as well is based off of her experiences over there. And now I'm like, Corona is an let's not take the name, but once that's over, maybe there's hope. Anyway, so that was what I was reading, but there are two books that I am currently reading, or Goodreads tells me I'm in the middle of. The first one is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I started it and somehow I can't go forward. This is on the 20 books I want to read in 2020 list, so I really want to finish this before the year ends. But it is a fast-paced read as well, so hoping that it's going to get better. I'm at page 68. Yeah, I'm at page 68. I didn't remember which page I was on, 68 or 69, so I was. Anyway, the other one is Madhushala by Harivansh Rai Bachchan, and I'm used to reading easy to read Hindi, and when this comes, this is like solid, the scholarly Hindi, don't you call it? It's like that, and I need a guide or a translation or something that will go with this, or I just need to be in a better state of mind so that I can pick apart each sentence like this. So maybe I'll wait for that time before I pick this up. I'm not going to call this a DNF. I'm just going to say that I started all over or something. Does that make sense? Of course it does. So now that the current reads are out of the way, the book that I will be starting today is Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. I will be starting this book. I've heard that it's a weird kind of story, but it's only about 245 pages or something. Why are there so many blank pages here? What, do you want us to write notes or what? Anywho, this is a gorgeous book. First of all, just look at the cover. I'll open the dust jacket and show it to you. Okay, look at the cover, and let me show you the inside without the dust jacket. Hey, come back. Okay. Boy, oh boy, how stunning this is. Like, I just want to keep doing this. I don't want to do anything else today. This is the same author who wrote Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. And I've heard very mixed reviews about that book. So I'll be starting this book today. I think this is going to be the only book that I will be reading today, at least. I mean, there are my other current reads, but I'll only be reading Piranesi. I will start it in a while. So what I wanted to talk about, in addition to these, is about 2020. The year 2020, and how it has been such a nightmare in so many ways. Like, when the year started off, I was really enthusiastic about what I was going to do for myself in this year. Not only, just in a manner of booktube. Booktube has been such an amazing journey this year. I can't even tell you. That's one of the only bright spots of 2020, because in January, if you had asked me when would you expect to cross 2,000 subscribers, and I would have been like, I don't know. It's taken me 2 years to get to 1,000 subscribers, so maybe by mid 2021 or even 2022 I would have said, but that happened even sooner, and we got to 2,000 in November, and I am so thankful for that. I can't even begin to explain. And then I was on a book buying ban, and that's not relevant to this whole thing, but I was on a book buying ban in the beginning for 3 months, and then March lockdown started, this whole pandemic thing started, and I mean, every day I saw the cases climbing, and I would be like, shit, no, please, can you just go back? Because we have so many plans, and we did have so many plans. So much was going to happen, so much good was going to happen, but this wrecked everything. Even personally, I've gone through quite a few health issues, some of which I'm still going through to this day. and I'm hoping that they will get better soon. But yeah, in March it felt like I was not going anywhere. I didn't have the motivation to do booktube anymore, so I thought I'm going to take a break. I will post whenever I feel like it, but I'm going to take a break. I'm not going to force myself to do anything because it was affecting my mental health. Like, if I'm not in the best of health, how am I going to put out good content? And that was exactly the point of my previous coffee talk also. But yeah, I took a few months break actually. I don't remember the exact number. I think March, April and May, I think I took a break. And after that, I can't tell you how amazing it was for me to take that break, to not feel the pressure. And I felt so rejuvenated and I felt like brimming with ideas. In June, I released my short story collection, No Net, and a lot of people were happy with it. So I was really basking in whatever praise I got. There was feedback as well, like what could be better and what you could write or what you could edit out to make it into a better reading book. And I have noted that, and I will implement all of those in my next novel, which I plan to finish writing in 2021. Good luck to me. Anyway, so that started, and then from July it hasn't been a great year at all. Like, it started out shitty, but with every passing month you couldn't expect it, but 2020 became shittier. I don't want to look back on 2020 at all. I'm just looking forward to 2021. Like, I want things to get better as soon as possible, and I cannot imagine living through this year again. It would be the worst. I mean, I am privileged and I am still talking like this. And then what I did was I started making videos more regularly. I made a schedule to upload on Tuesdays and Fridays, but since September, I think I have been uploading on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays, and that has actually helped my channel a lot, and it has made me realize that if you are consistent, growth is going to come to you. Anyway, so that was what 2020 was. Basically, it was a dumpster fire of a year and I hate it. I'm not going to use any other mellow word for it, but I hate 2020 and I cannot wait for this year to be over. Like, before 2020, there used to be so many people who said, where do you see yourself by 2020 or something, some nonsense like that. Like, I'm just picking up off social media. But whatever you might have said at that time, whatever you might have replied, whatever you might have shared, COVID-19 threw everything into the deepest pits and set it on fire, basically. I'm not saying everything is right. Like, so many people are doing so many amazing things, even while being down, even while this has affected their lives, affected their businesses, affected their jobs, and so much more. It's just that nobody saw this coming. I mean, at least not in this intensity. Like, there are a lot of things that I really wanted to do this year. Like, there were so many dreams from this year that I had, so many expectations. Maybe that's the wrong word, expecting anything from any particular year. Nobody can tell what's going to happen, so having expectations is rather not the right thing to do anywho, but they were realistic expectations at the time. So you can see that when things did not happen as per plan, it sort of crushed my spirit a little. Even now I'm still in that mindset where I just hope all of this is over and things get back to normal and everyone affected by it get better soon. And people say that everything happens for a reason and all that. All those positive thinking people, like, who say everything happens for a reason. No, it does not happen for a reason. You cannot say that, because, okay, I don't even know, I'm rambling. I'm a rambling mess as usual. Yeah, so I just felt like I was doing a recap of 2020 at this point, and I don't know, because of how muddled everything became, if I have actually accomplished everything that I set out to do, because January seems like a million years away. January 2020 seems like a million years in the past, and I cannot for the life of me remember if a book I read in January or even March was a book that I read this year. I have to check the list every single time because I'm compiling the list of videos that I need to make towards the end of the year, and every time I have to keep going back to that list, and it affects people, man. It affects. Like, you can't say don't let it affect you. It's on a global scale. What are you going to do? But then again, this is a new normal. 2020 hasn't been a great year, but let's just look forward to 2021 and hope that it will be a much better year than its predecessor ever was. Like, it wasn't. 2020 wasn't a great year. It wasn't a good year. It wasn't even a decent year. See, honestly, it was shit. And I'm glad to be leaving it in the past. That's it. So yeah, I think that was all that I had to say. I mean, I can't for the life of me remember if there was anything else I have to say, because my memory is that great, because I had things to say in a bullet point in my head. And note that it's a bullet point, not points. And it was like talk about 2020. And I think I did talk about 2020. And I think it was a rather rambly kind of coffee talk where my thoughts were all over the place. I was talking about something that happened in January, then I came to September, then I don't know what happened there. But I hope you get some sense of what I'm trying to say in this video, because this year is ending soon. I can't even take the name. This year is ending soon and the next one is coming, and by the end of the year, I hope we will all regain our spirits and feel a little better. It's mostly for me, that wish, because I just can't seem to bring it. Please, 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 please take care of yourself and your family and your friends. Please stay safe and try to be happy. Find the happiness in the smallest of things and just stay afloat. We'll get over that line pretty soon. So that's all I had in the coffee talk today. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, keep reading, keep watching, and add melodrama to your life. It doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? So wait 1 minute. So until next time, keep reading, keep watching, and add melodrama to your life.